Yo, what up? It's Hector from H2O. Here I am with my man.
This is James with Topclass Detail.
Got in today. What are we gonna be doing today?
So today we have the Honda Civic, which is actually Michael's car over here. So it's been neglected. It's probably been a little over like a month or so without a wash. The car being white, you can obviously see all the dirt and everything that's accumulated, especially with the morning condensation. So what we're gonna do is fully wash the car, fully decon it with an iron remover, go in with a clay bar, as well as seal it up with a Decon ceramic wax to add a nice protection with gloss, slickness, and protect it from looking like this, as well as keeping the car a bit cleaner for a bit longer. The first thing we're gonna do is start with the wheels, but we're gonna pre-rinse them, try to knock off as much dirt as we can that's on there. Hit them with Coach Chemi Magic Wheel Cleaner. So we're gonna use this on the actual faces of the wheels. I haven't tried this out, so this is more so for just the wheel faces, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll go probably with Green Star to clean up the tires and try to get some of that dirt and grime. Yeah, so we'll use this right here, which I already use as a soap. So I add this already to my foam cannon, but it'll be a good thing to try out on the tires and see exactly how well it strips this dirt and grime off.
Nice.
So after doing that, we'll work our way to the paint, pre-rinse it. After that, wash it, hand wash, and then hit it with this RKR, which is Coach Chemi's more abrasive clay bar. So this is a lot more abrasive than the blue one. This is gonna make sure we're getting everything off that paint, as well as following up with Decon iron to ensure anything that was left behind from this gets cleared up from this.
But we're gonna be using the Decon iron before we use the
yeah. So we'll use this first after we wash the car and get everything prepped. Then we'll spray this, let it do its thing, rinse it off, and then follow up with the clay bar.
Nice. Okay, let's get to it.
With Magic Wheel Cleaner, I'm going to apply this to the wheel, allow it to sit, kind of break up some of that dirt and grime that's on the surface, and then from there go in with my easy detail brush to try to clean up any of the dirt that's inside the barrel. I like how this is foaming up too.
Yeah, it's super concentrated. It's like a gel in a sense. Now, why would you want to clean the tire? Like, some people think it's kind of stupid, but why would you do that?
Well, the personal reason I like to clean the tires because one, we're going to apply a tire dressing, but two, the main reason is when you have a clean car, you don't want the other parts of the vehicle to look dirty and throw off all the work you just put in. But also the main reason is a lot of people, when they get their car washed, they get tire dressing sling on the back of the vehicle, and that's because you're not properly prepping the tire. When you allow all that old tire dressing to accumulate and build up, and then you throw a fresh layer on top of that, it's not actually bonding with the tire, it's bonding with that old layer of tire dressing, which is the reason you get that tire sling. So this is going to help make sure we have a nice clean surface, so when we apply our tire dressing, we're not having any issues, and it also looks nice and wet. Right, now we finished up with the wheels. We're going to pre-rinse the vehicle, get all this like dirt and grime that you see on here, bird poop, any built up dirt, and then from there go ahead and foam it up, wash it, most likely do a pre-rinse if we can, and then wash it, and then from there use our iron remover and hit it with the clay bar.
Yes, sir. Now that we washed it, what do you think it's looking like? You're seeing that it's rough or soft?
Yeah, so just looking at the paint, there's a lot of little dots in here, which is all iron particles and just contamination that's built into the paint that will not come off with a regular wash. As you can see, nothing came off here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Decon iron, which is an effective iron removal and a pH neutral cleaner. So it's going to be safe on the paint and it's not going to damage anything as long as you use it properly. As you see, we're in a shaded area, we're not in direct sunlight, so we should be safe to go. So now what I'm going to do is just flip it to spray, start at the top, work my way down to the bottom, same thing you would anything else. The reason is because as you spray it, it's going to drip down. It'll allow it to still work down the entire vehicle instead of starting at the bottom and it losing all that working time you could potentially get. So let's start off. And mist it all over the vehicle. Make sure you're kind of covering in an even area, and even just within those couple sprays, you can already see some light reaction coming, which is turning purple. So I'm gonna continue the same way down the entire quarter panel, follow off with the entire vehicle.
As we're already doing it, you're already seeing some parts right here that are already turning purple. So this is when you're knowing that the product is working and it's gonna be ready for us to wash it again.
When I do it, sometimes I'll throw a soap to allow it to have a bit of a longer dwell time to really pick up any of that hidden, iron contamination that still may be there. But you can either rinse it off after this. I usually foam it because I'm mobile, I'm always in the sun. We're in a shaded area, so we're in a bit of a safer environment. We could rinse it off directly and then go straight into, our clay lube while the vehicle's wet and start cleaning it, and then pick up any other contamination that's left behind. So right now we got the clay bar. What I'm going to do after ripping it now is kind of just even it out, try to get it to where it's enough working space for us to work on the car, which obviously this is, but personally I like to make it a little bit bigger so you get a bit more of a working area. And then we're going to use Decon clay lube. So right now what we'll do while the vehicle's wet, right? You agree with that?
Yep.
We'll start right here on this flat area for you guys to kind of get an idea. Right now it's completely red, nothing on it. So I personally like to spray a little bit on the clay bar just to give that a little bit of lubricity, and then we'll do a couple sprays right here on this paint, and then we're just going to go ahead and work in a back and forth motion. And what this is going to do is it's going to almost feel like you're scratching the paint or doing damage, but you're not. You're actually removing all that embedded contamination that's in here that's going to cause more damage when you either let it sit or apply your wax or silk. So you can see just a few passes back and forth, like 60 seconds, and you can kind of see there's not too much dirt on this, which just means that this is actually picking up a lot more. This is a heavier clay bar, so it shouldn't get too contaminated, but you can see there's definitely some dirt and some contamination left. If you can listen to this, that still sounds like sandpaper. This sounds a lot better. It's a lot smoother. Exactly. Spray a bit on the clay bar, and then you're just gonna go in back and forth motions like this. Don't apply too much pressure, just light, and then you'll be picking up any contamination that's in the paint. So you can do it here and then just on the front end.
Yeah, you just put some on there, get it well lubricated. I would go like, yeah, I just go excess with that.
Like that?
Yep. This is your first time waxing? Oh, you're learning today for sure.
See, here at Topclass Detail, we don't train you. We throw you straight into the job and train you on site.
We're gonna take it off and see how easy it is to.
You know what else I've noticed with this though? We applied not too much, but I'm able to get a lot with just a little product. So you can see with just what we applied right here, I was able to hit this whole quarter panel area, even up to the fender, and possibly even take this and hit this mirror cap without having to throw on any more product, which is going to benefit you in the long run, as well as make sure you're applying a nice even coat and nothing too heavy, because when you get it too heavy, that's when it becomes harder to wipe off.
Yeah.
You want a pro tip?
Pro tip.
Pro tip. Instead of applying the wax straight on like this, try to go at an angle, because if you can see, the wax almost has that haze to where you can actually visually see where you're applying to make sure you're getting a nice even coat to everything. So sometimes people are scared to get a little dirty. Get down, look at it from an angle, try to get the best view to see your working area to ensure you're getting a nice full coverage and not leaving anything unprotected.
Pro tip.
Apply this. Ooh, putting you on the spot.
First of all, I don't take as long as you guys. You guys take forever.
So show me, Mr. Topclass, how I should be applying.
So I usually get a generous amount on there, and then I usually put a couple stamps on there. That way when I come over here, I still have a good amount of product. So then just move it in there. gotta bend the legs too.
Yes, sir. Getting those angles to make sure you're hitting everything.
Yeah. Then right here, you gotta do an even spread. You don't have to be too technical. Then now you can be technical.
And I liked how you made sure to hit the door handle and not leave that unprotected, as
Yeah.
many people may not hit that even under there. So that's a good, nice way to make sure you're getting everything protected as well.
Especially when this is plastic too. Plastic doesn't last as long as paint.
Definitely.
Plastic burns out faster. Michael, you're getting some good wax on here, bro. Shit.
I know Michael is
How much are you gonna pay us for
It's
this?
your turn.
How much are you gonna pay us?
Michael just got a free clay and
I'm dead.
a free clay and ceramic wax applied.
How much would you charge for this?
Personally, wow, because this is, you know, a ceramic wax and not your typical, you know, sealant that you'd be using, I'd probably start off at roughly about the 250,
No.
maybe like a 250 range for sedans, including the full prep, you know, exterior strip wash using clay, iron decontamination, and then applying this. What would you quote it at?
Around the same price, but then I'd also do like some little things on the interior.
Yeah. So
You know-
that would be like a light interior cleanup, not a deep clean, but you know, nice vacuum wipe down to touch things up.
Yeah, because you know, like when we do our washes, we like to clean up the cup holders.
Yeah.
Make sure it looks nice. Like obviously, if there's something on there, I can wipe off with the dirty towel, or not with the dirty towel.
Cut that out.
Obviously, if there's something in there, like a little smudge or something, I'll get it with like ASC or Green Star, clean it off or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean but that's why you hire detailers, not car washers. Hire detailers, and you get the job done right the first time, and you don't have to get it done twice, just one time. So now we let it sit down. We all installed it. You saw how we did it. Super easy. It's just the decon work. Put in the work. But now we're just about to take it off. It's been like 30 minutes since we left it on there. Had a little lunch break or whatever.
All right. So I'm gonna take a high plus GSM towel just to be a little bit safer for the paint. Also, these tend to help pick up waxes and compounds a little bit better than low pile towels. So simply just gonna take it and just go back and forth motions.
Damn, car's looking fire.
Car's looking 100% better than what it did when it first came in with us. So just to give everybody a recap of what we did to get the vehicle in this state, in this condition. First, we started off with our wheels. Obviously, the most dirtiest part of the car, you want to start with that first. After we finished the wheels, we went ahead and pre-rinsed the car. You saw us do that, foam it up. After that, we went in with our hand wash. Rinse that off, went in with Decon iron to clean up any of those embedded contaminants that wasn't going to come off with our regular wash. After we did that, we went ahead and foamed it up. I did another hand wash just to get a little bit extra working time with that iron remover. Rinsed that off and went in with our Decon clay lube and a Coach Chemi RKR heavy abrasive clay bar. Now what that did was pick up anything that was left behind from that iron remover to give us this nice finish. And with that, we went ahead and sealed it to give it some nice protection with about 3 to 6 months with Decon wax. That is a ceramic wax, so it's not your typical, you know, regular wax. This provides hydrophobicness as well as protection from water spots, bird etching, as well as the UV rays. So when you have that nice protection, it'll keep the vehicle cleaner for a lot longer and make the maintenance a lot easier. So that's why you're left with the nice gloss here on the hood as well as the entire vehicle. And if you're familiar with white cars, many people say it's very hard to get gloss, but clearly you saw we were able to achieve it using the right products, the right methods to get the right results. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to this video here at H2O. If at all you guys like the content you're seeing here, or you like me in the videos, make sure you follow me on Instagram and check me out on my personal YouTube channel, Topclass Detail, all one word, no spaces. We post content, you know, 2 times a week. We also post daily Instagram content. Make sure to check us out as well as subscribe to H2O because we're going to be making a lot of fire content in the next coming weeks. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that and turn on the bell notifications so you're never missing a video.